Too Sharky. Alright, hello guys, this is Too Sharky here. I'm on Twitch right now, and I'm about to show you guys my Altergeist Deck Profile. So, I think Altergeist is actually really good for this format, and I've found a lot of success with it so far. So, I want to give you guys my take on the deck, and what I play and why I play it. If you just want to see the deck profile, I'll put a time in the description where you can just skip to and see all the cards that I play. But for everybody else, I'm just going to get into the deck profile. I'm going to show you guys the hand traps I play, the Altergeist main monsters, the other monsters, all the spells, and then all the other traps, and then the extra deck inside deck. So for the monsters, pretty standard. I have 3 Multi-Faker, 3 Marionetters, 3 Melozeek, 2 Silquitous, and 1 Concurry. I don't know if people are still not playing this card in their main deck. You should still be playing this card in your main deck. This card saves you a lot, and you can do a lot of cool things like summon this, then bounce this back to your hand, negate another attack. Like it's just really, really good to have this in your main deck. Nothing else to really say about this. This is a pretty standard what people play. For the Altergeist traps, play triple spoofing, double protocol, and 1 manifestation. This is also pretty standard what people play. I don't think it's necessary to have any more of these. I honestly don't really use this card like too much unless the game goes like really long. If you wanted to change some cards in this deck, you could put this back up to 2, or if you want to play Trap Trick, you could also put this card to 2. But if you're not doing that, 1 is just fine. This card is actually like really, really, really good. Very underestimated. You should be ashing this like every time if you can. Like this card gives you so much advantage. Just having this card and like any other Altergeist card like automatically gets you to Multi-Faker, automatically gets you to Concurry, stops attacks. This card like does everything. Like if this had Altergeist in the name, this card would be banned 100%. And this deck would be like tier 1. For the hand traps, play a lot. I'm playing triple Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Ogre, 3 Nibiru, and 3 Impermanents. This also doubles, of course, as like just a trap. I play all the hand traps because you need them. Lots of combo decks, even with Link Cross gone. It's still good to be able to stop your opponent. This card actually isn't as bad as you think it is in this deck. It's actually really good. It doesn't conflict with Multi-Faker a lot. You just have to know like when to summon Multi-Faker and when to just like let everything happen and then Nibiru them. Also, before I forget, really interesting thing about Nibiru is that if you're facing something like Dinosaur and you Nibiru them, and then the Nibiru, like the token has like 10,000 attack or something like that. If you have like Melozeek, you can just go straight into your Relinquish Anima, take the token, and then just attack with this for game. So like if you're playing this deck, whenever you Nibiru them, you almost always want to put the token under one of the EMZs so that you can take it with Relinquish Anima. For the other monsters I play Double Eater of Millions. I thought a lot about what I want to play in this deck because this deck struggles going second. And because of that, I decided to put some cards in the deck to help you go second, besides just like the hand traps. Because drawing into the hand traps on your turn doesn't really do anything. And it's just good to have like monsters that you can summon. So if you don't remember what this card does, if you attack or something attacks it, you can banish that monster face down once per turn. And all you have to do to summon this is to banish 5 cards from your hand, field, or extra deck face down. So you just banish 5 from your extra deck face down because your extra deck doesn't matter too much in this deck, not in this version. And this card is just really good for like outing monsters, baiting negates. If you make your opponent use their like Dragoon, for instance, you can out it with this card. So this card overall is just like really good. And you can also use this to link climb. And actually for this format, this card says in its text it can't be used for any kind of extra deck summon except for link summon. So if your opponent tries to super poly you with this, they cannot do it. For the spells, I'm playing 2-Pod Duality, 1 Scapegoat, 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Book of Moon, 1 1-for-1, and 1 Emergency Teleport, so lots of 1-ofs. This card also conflicts with Multi-Faker. I don't see a lot of people playing this card either, but I think this card is really good. It's good to stop you from dying, and it's also good to help you go for game since you can make a Boral Sword off of just this card, or access code if you have it, or any link monster that you just want to OTK your opponent with, you can make it with this card. Just flip it on your end phase, and you got it. Instant Fusion is another card that I also put in the deck for going second, or even like later. You can Instant Fusion into your Thousand Eyes Restrict, take a monster, go into Anima, take another monster, or go into Link Karibo. Just stuff like that. Book of Moon, I also play in the main deck. This used to be Mind Control, but after some testing and playing some games, I changed it to this because Mind Control is just a card that you can use going second, so you don't want to draw it in your opening hand. So I went for Book of Moon instead because I can set this and I can use it on my opponent's turn. I can stop like the first link summoning from happening, or I can flip like important fusion monsters or something face down, or important Xyz monsters, Zeus, like all that, just flip them face down. And it's just really good for going first or second. I play 1-for-1, of course, to make Melozeek, and then Emergency Teleport. I was playing this card because I had a play where I would actually make Halki Fireaxe and then make Herald using Link Cross, but that's gone now. But I think this card is still good because you can still use it to link climb with Ghost Ogre. You can still flip this on your opponent's turn and have Ghost Ogre just on the field and threaten them with that. So I still think this card is good to play. This is one of the only cards I think you could cut for maybe something else like a Solemn, but I'm still gonna play this card. I think it's still really good. And after that, for the rest of the traps, I'm just playing 2 Solemn Strikes and 1 Solemn Judgment. Like I said, you could cut the Emergency Teleport for another Judgment instead. A lot of people play like 3 of this, 3 of this, but I went for more of a build where if I go second, like I'm fine. Because to me, a lot of the times that could happen is that you lose the dice roll like game 1, and then you go second. You're playing 3 and 3 of this, like you draw maybe like 2 of them after your opponent's already built their entire board. And then you pass, you like try to do some Altergeist stuff, maybe they negate something, you set some Solemns and you pass. All your opponent has to do is like attack you. Like there's no reason for them to like start using like effects to try to like just for like the heck of it. If they just like attack you, like they just like win. So I went for playing less of these. But like I said, you could take out Emergency Teleport if you really wanted and put in another Solemn. For the extra deck, I'm playing Thousand Eyes Restrict for the Instant Fusion target, Relinquish Anima, Almirage, Link Karibo, Link Spider for the Scapegoat play, Underclock Taker, then Altergeist Kadoga. This card is actually supposed to be Avermax, but it still hasn't come in the mail, and I went to the profile, so right now it's Kadoga, but in the future this will be in Avermax. Then I have Nightmare Cerberus, also for the Scapegoat combo, and just to remove stuff. 2 Hexias, 1 Phoenix, 1 Selene, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Chispania, and 1 Boral Sword. The extra deck is really flexible. For this specific build, because of the scapegoats, I'm playing the Link Spider. But if you don't want to play the scapegoats, the Link Spider isn't really necessary at all. And you could switch up, like, you can honestly make the extra deck whatever you want. All you really need is Link Kribo, Almirage, Anima, 2 Hextias, and then, like, I would say Celine, and then, like, some card to OTK your opponent with, like a Boral Sword, an Access Code, something like that. But yeah, this is what I play. Just a lot of the extra deck cards you need, and then a lot of utility cards. For the side deck, it may change as the format progresses, but right now I am playing 3 Meisters, triple, supposed to be triple Cosmic Cyclone. I can't find my 3rd one, but Twisters is okay too, but I would rather not discard a card in Altergeist. And then triple Point of the Red Lotus. This card is just really good. You sided in always going first because you can just get rid of whatever card your opponent's going to try to use to stop your plays. Triple Different Dimension Ground because almost every deck is like graveyard centric, so making it all get banished is like really, really good. This card is sort of good against Virtual World because then none of their monsters go to grave, so then they're kind of forced to only go into extra deck monsters. But they can still, like, not extra deck monsters, they're forced to go into Xyz monsters, but they can still, like, summon out all their monsters and stuff. So they can still play under this, it's just not as good for them. So you can still win off this, but if your hand isn't really good after you do this to them, then you could still lose. And the last one is triple evenly matched, because evenly matches is really good in this deck because you have Multi-Faker. You can evenly and then Multi-Faker afterwards, so it's just free cards, just really good. Alright guys, so that's the deck profile. Just let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any critiques, anything you think I should add. You know, anything like that. And I will see you guys in the next one, and I will go to the